So let's start with the short term. And Joy, I'd like to talk with you briefly about the beginning of your report, the page that says Introduction, Courage, and Confidence, which I found to be probably the best page in the report, because it wasn't about policy and procedure, it was about mindset. And that plays a major role in what's going on right now. So my question is, how much of the plan was to help kids cope with change, keep your constituents comfortable, and to provide instructional continuity?
So a lot of our plan was all about that. We knew that we had to move these teachers, and we were figuring it was going to have to be fairly quickly. We didn't think it was going to be as quick as it was. But we also knew that there was a lot of angst and a lot of anxiety with our faculty and staff, mainly, about moving into this environment. We knew that they needed to be really bolstered up, that they got this, we can do this, we're all in this together. And a lot of our report is all about how we're going to support you, what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. And we had a lot of really good help from our principals. For the principal, I have two principals and then a head of school. The head of school is my boss, and then I have two principals that work with me. And the principal at the high school, basically when we found out we were going to have to go to level 3 to complete shutdown remote learning, we knew that on about a Monday. So Wednesday, what we did is we had all the students come to school. They went to every single class and met with every teacher. And those teachers outlined, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. This is where you're going to find your stuff, and we're going to muddle through this together. Mm-hmm. Then on Thursday and Friday, we shut the school for students, and the teachers came to campus, and they just learned. So we started with basically saying, you guys, we already use most of these tools. Let's use our learning management systems. Let's learn screencasting that you guys have already done. And let's just add a few things. And so one of the things we added was Zoom, so that we could have some synchronous communication. And then we also expanded on screencasting. And so we spent 2 days just working with the teachers. So they were working in departments. They were working on their levels in the lower grades. And what they came up with was pretty amazing. And then on Monday, we launched. So we're now on day 3. And Monday they launched fully online. We have continued to try to really talk a lot about touch points, that the teachers need to reach out and, virtually connect with those kids. In our younger grades, in our kindergarten through 8th grade, they are not doing any kind of synchronous. They're probably going to start doing a little bit of it where they have some synchronous office hours kids can drop in, or they can do them with parents to help the parents with the younger grades as far as how to help the children learn. And so far, so good with that. And then in the upper grades, each class meets once a week virtually, and the rest of the time it's all asynchronous. Mm-hmm. And even though it's just been a couple of days, the kids are feeling some isolation. And just being able to connect in that way, one of the teachers commented to me, she goes, I can't believe how much they just wanted to say, oh, here's my dog, look at my room. Just not that kind of learning, it's the community building. And my own team, who's now working remotely, they sent out a Zoom and said, hey, let's have lunch together. And so we had virtual lunch together. Mm-hmm. And on Friday, I'm going to host a happy hour at 4 o'clock with my team. And it's really, we're all feeling this isolation, especially because we're in shelter in place now. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, I actually saw a couple people today were saying that that the learning should be asynchronous, but the social piece needs to be synchronous. Yes. So you're confirming that, which is good to hear.